Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again bringing you my movie review for Transformers The Last Night, or in this case Transformers 5. Directed once again by Michael Bay and stars Mark Wahlberg and Anthony Hopkins. Now, this is the fifth installment of the Transformers series, and a lot of people don't really particularly like the Transformers movies, except maybe the first one. Me personally, I like the first one, second one, and a little bit of the fourth one. 3 cannot stand. If you want to go back and watch my reviews for those, click down there to go check them out. Anyway, so in this movie we have basically Optimus Prime who's left the planet, and now there's kind of like martial law against the Transformers, either the Autobots or the Decepticons. They're basically most wanted things on the planet. And the government sends a special task force to go after, the Transformers in either side, doesn't matter which. And try to contain them, make sure they either destroy them on sight or capture them if they can. And you have Mark Wahlberg's character reprising his roles again. And he's also a wanted person due to the fact that he's now teaming up with the Autobots who are, underground and hiding because, like I said before, they are not welcome on Earth because, all the stupid stuff that's happening, on the planet Earth. So, we get to see the beginning where basically they tell the story of how, and this is in the trailers, not a spoiler. Spoiler if you haven't seen the trailers. But, you get to hear the whole tale of how, Transformers has been there for centuries, and, you get to see King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and Merlin, and how they all connect with the Transformers. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's a big connection to them. And I thought that part right there was actually pretty cool. And then it goes back to present day. And, I'm going to talk about a lot of negatives I have in this movie because there's a lot. But there's also some good stuff in this movie too. For instance, they brought back Megatron again. And you know what? This time they actually gave him good screen time because honestly I was getting to a point where either don't use him anymore or give him more screen time, because in the last couple of movies he didn't really have that much screen time. He just kept getting beat up and become yesterday's trash, But in this one he had some good screen time, so I was like, okay, that's awesome. So, we got to see Bumblebee again, and he was awesome. The new Camaro that they got to use for the new movie was sick, and obviously seeing Bumblebee become the new Camaro was awesome. I mean, not as iconic as what he was in the original one, but still, getting to see a new Camaro was pretty cool. I like that. A lot of the cool action scenes were awesome. There was like one flashback that tells the Nazis story and how the Transformers were connected to them. It wasn't really much of a connection. You just really see them there. And I thought that was pretty badass. I thought that was pretty cool because you got to see a different side of the Autobots in that movie that you probably won't see them again in this one or in the future movies. But, I wouldn't mind if they did a spin-off movie like that where they were in World War II era or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. What else? The Big Bad, which is basically the leader of the Autobots, the creator, if you will, named Quintessa. She was actually pretty cool. I mean, she's the one who basically is like the head computer of Cybertron. And you do in the commercials, you do see Cybertron heading towards Earth so they can destroy the planet. And from there, that's pretty much it of what's good. And oh, by the way, two more people were pretty good. Mark Wahlberg was good as usual. He's Mark Wahlberg, so he's always going to be good for me. And he's funny. He's an action star. He's actually pretty good. The girl in this movie did not disappoint me for once in my life. Finally, no girl disappointed me. Because the last one, his daughter, the fourth one, she was okay, but she didn't really do much. This girl, she had a purpose. I wish I knew the actress who played her name, but I don't know. I'm sorry, but she was actually cool. I liked her. She was smart, sexy, sophisticated. She knew how to take care of herself, and she was, like I was saying, she's pretty smart, so she did pretty much basically everything. And the way that she argues with Mark Wahlberg in the movie is pretty funny. And even Anthony Hopkins is in this movie, and he was okay. He was okay. I'm not gonna really butcher him being, horrible or great in the movie because, he's getting older and, I remember there was one quote that he made a couple years ago when he was doing Thor, and they asked him, why would you get involved with this comic book stuff? And they asked him that, and he said, I have grandkids now. They want to see these action movies, might as well try them out. So that's probably what he's doing in this movie, He's not going to win an Oscar for this movie, obviously. I mean, he's an Oscar caliber actor, of course, but you know what? He doesn't need to win one for this one. He was okay in this one. So I'll give him a pass for that. Okay, so let's get ready for the bad stuff because honestly, like I said, there's a lot. How can I start this? The whole beginning part with the little children. Oh my god, that stuff was garbage. Like, I'm telling you, it was like, what the heck am I watching? At first I was like, I should just leave because you had moments where the kids are running around and running around, and then you see like the military's got like new high-tech robots on their side, which looks like rip-offs of RoboCop, which is very strange. That was complete stupidity. And that one girl from the trailer who kept saying, I want to stay, I want to fight them, she annoyed the hell out of me so much in this movie. And she's not even in this movie that much. But when she was on screen, she can't act. I'm sorry, she can't. I don't know where they got her. Maybe she just got out of school to learn how to be an actor. Go back to Broadway. Learn how to be an actor before you come back and do movies. Because honestly, she was horrible. And her little partner Squeaks. That I saw pictures and I was like, you know what? This thing's gonna annoy the hell out of me. And he did not annoy me for once. I was like, wow. I was really surprised with that thing. He didn't do anything, but he didn't annoy me. He was just there. He reminded me of Wally, but busted up and broken. If Wally was still hanging around, dangling parts around, and just talking like he thinks he's he has throat cancer or something, but he didn't annoy me, so he was okay. So I can leave with that. The other kids, I'm so glad they only had like one scene in the movie, because oh my god, those kids were so annoying. I don't know where the hell they got them. Some of those kids were from Nickelodeon, and that's sad. Okay, you're an actor on TV, even though it's Nickelodeon or what Disney. You should know better by now how to be an actor, but oh my god. Anyway, once the second half of this movie starts, it really gets better because honestly, I was like at the point, I was like, can I just go to sleep or something? Because I wanted to fall asleep because this movie is long. Like long. It's like Michael Bay stretched a piece of rope and he wanted to climb something, but you know how people climb really fast, like Ninja Warrior or something? But he was just taking a sweet time with this. We were just waiting to see what's going to happen next, but it just took too long to them to get there. Oh, and the whole trailers and marketing for this, it's a big sham. I'm sorry, but they basically lied to all of us, okay? Optimus Prime is only in this movie like near the end of the movie. I'm sorry. Okay? And if you might want to find this a spoiler, but I have to say this, he's only bad for like 5 seconds. I'm sorry. He is. Vin Diesel was bad in Fast and Furious more than Optimus Prime. I don't even know why they even made him bad. It was just stupid. Pure stupidity. I thought the whole movie, okay, Optimus Prime is going to be bad through the whole movie and they got to stop him before he helps the main bad guy take over the Earth. I thought that, that would be cool. I'll be like, okay, then at the end, he'll be back to normal. But nope. He's bad for like 5 minutes. He sees Bumblebee, back to normal. Sorry, spoiler, but what can you do? I mean, honestly, what can you do? That was just so stupid. They basically took one of my favorite Transformers, Optimus Prime, took the leader, and made him a joke. Yeah, I get it. He's in all the movies. He's the star of those movies. It's him and Bumblebee are the main Transformers. You don't make them jokes and stupidity people in this thing. You're supposed to care about them. But no, Michael Bay's like, you know what, I'm getting tired of doing these movies, so stop doing them. And he made Optimus Prime bad for like 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. I can't. But honestly, other than that, this movie was okay. I don't hate it as much as I hate 3, because that movie is a train wreck on its own, because honestly, that thing crashed for me years ago. This one got off the rails a lot, but then it started going back. But, all the negative is still there. You just smell that taste. You smell it and you taste it still. that it can't save it. So I was thinking about giving this movie a 70%, but seeing how there were certain scenes in here that I did like and how they're going to move forward with the story, that kind of got me excited for something, because I was waiting for this certain thing happening eventually. So hopefully it does it right with the next one. If, you know, obviously they're going to make another one. But, so I'm going to be nice and give this movie a 69% out of 100. And before I go, there's one other thing I have to say about this movie. I feel like this movie, no matter what we all think of the movie, and, you know, people who don't like it, there are moments in here that the cartoon fans are going to love. And then there are moments here that the cartoon fans are going to be pissed off about. And of course the fans of just the movies are going to love it and give it perfect tense. And they know who they are, which is kind of sad. But, yeah, I know who, and you should know, if you're watching this, you should know who you are. But yeah, this movie's not a perfect 10. This movie's not that great. This movie's not horrible either, but it's just like, it's right there where it's like in between awesome, not awesome, or bad at all. It's just like in the middle. There are things you love about it and there are things you hate about it. But like for me, there's more negatives in this movie than good. So I guess a 69% out of 100. I'm sorry. But like I said, I still enjoy it for what it was, certain parts. And like I said, I can watch this movie over than 3 any day of the week, because this movie's a lot better than 3. Even though this movie has major problems. But what can you do? Hopefully Michael Bay takes a break, calms down, breathes. Let that Bumblebee movie come out first, and you know, hopefully that's good. And then he come back and do the next one, or give it to somebody else, and it can be fine. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie. You guys like it? You think I'm crazy for giving it such a weird grade? Like I said, 50 and up are pretty much good for me. Actually, you know what? Take it back. 60 and up are pretty much good for me, and 50 and below, they suck. So, like I said, this is pretty much giving it an okay review. Like I said, go check it out for yourself, and let me know what you guys thought. Thank you, and have a good day.